Hey, what's up? This is Kevin from Peacock Inside Tech, and in this video I'm going to compare the cameras of the iPhone 11 Pro and the Note 10 Plus to see which camera performs the best. I'm going to look at some video, some images to see which device performs the best and gives us the best results. And stay tuned to the end because I'm going to let you know which device I think performed the best. So let's get into it. Let's start with the selfie cameras. On the iPhone, it has a 12 megapixel front-facing camera, and the Note comes with a 10 megapixel. In my opinion, I feel like the iPhone is doing a lot better here. If you look at the colors of my face and then the background in the sky and the clouds, it's just overall well balanced, and the Note is blowing things out a little bit. My face is a little bit too bright. They're both doing great, but I would have to go with the iPhone's video. And this is a sample from the rear-facing camera to test stabilization and high dynamic range. And the iPhone is doing really well here. Everything's sharp, detailed. And this is from the Note. The Note looks well, but as you can see, the sky is totally blown out. Everything's overexposed in the back. Other than that, sharp, colors look nice. And this is a side-by-side. You can see there that the iPhone is handling the dynamic range a lot better in the sky and the background. I would prefer the iPhone's video on this one. This is a video taken with the ultra wide angle on the iPhone, and as you can see here, it's a great sample. You can see the colors of the grass and the sky and the trees all look nice and balanced. Dynamic range looks good. The lens flare is not too bad. Just an overall pleasing video. Switching over to the Note, same thing here. Great video, sharpness is great. The colors are boosted a bit, but I actually like that. I like the boosted colors of Samsung phones. So here I would actually say I like the Note 10's video a little bit more. This is a side-by-side. You can see there's not much difference. They both handle the light really well. Everything's sharp, clear, just overall good on both phones. Now we're going to try an audio test with both cameras. So this is an audio test from the iPhone. How's the quality compared to now switching over to the Note 10 Plus? Let me know which one sounds better. This is a selfie taken with the front-facing camera. I like the iPhone's photo, it looks really good. But here I prefer the Notes. I feel like the colors are better. I like the brighter, more punchier colors that it produced. The iPhone's picture looks good too, but I personally prefer the Notes picture. I also tried out the portrait mode on both, and once again, I prefer the Notes picture. I feel like it looks better, it's sharper, and the background looks a lot nicer to me as well. Here's a selfie with the sun shining right into the phone's camera. I wanted to see how it would handle the situation. The iPhone completely missed me. It focused on the background. I don't know why it did that, but you can barely see my face. The Note 10 handled a little bit better. You can see my face, but it blew out the background. But for this shot, I would say the Note because you can recognize who I am. The iPhone, you really barely can see who I am. Here's a shot with the rear-facing camera. Here, they're both great shots, detailed, sharp. I feel like the iPhone's is a little warmer, more yellow, but I would say I like the Note 10 Plus's photo here a little bit more. I think it's a tad bit sharper, and I just like the colors overall a little bit more. This is a photo taken with the telephoto lens. Here I would say that the Note 10 is doing better. It looks sharper to me. The colors are a little bit better. And if you zoom in a bit, you can see that you can see more from the tower with the clock on the side. And on the iPhone, it's also nice, but it's not as sharp. And I feel like the colors aren't as accurate as on the Note's photo. This is another photo with the rear-facing lens. Here, they're pretty much identical other than the color. The colors on the Note are a little bit brighter, more vibrant, but the overall picture is about the same. I couldn't decide between the two. Maybe you can let me know which one you think looks better. This is the same bridge, but taken with the ultra-wide lens. They both look great, but I actually prefer the Notes photo on this one because it seems sharper, and I like the colors of the sky and the trees. It just looks a little more pleasing to the eye straight out of the camera. You can achieve this as well on the iPhone with software, but straight out of the camera, I think the Notes picture is more pleasing to the eye. Here's another ultra-wide shot, and once again, I think the Note is doing better. The dynamic range is better. If you look towards the sun, everything's exposed properly. The foreground here, the stones, the water, all sharp, all nice. The colors look nice. The iPhone's photo is nice too, but I feel like it's just a little boring. It's a little flat. Of course, you can boost these colors with a filter or with editing, but straight out of the camera, I like the Notes photo a little more. Now let's jump over to some portraits. Here you can see the iPhone's portrait looks natural, except for my skin tones. I don't like the way iPhone makes my skin look. It looks a little orangish yellow. The Note is, in my opinion, a little bit better, a little bit sharper as well. My skin colors are more natural. That's how I actually look. The background looks nice. I like the blur, and the edge detection around my body is also really good. I would have to go with the Note on this one. This is a portrait in a little bit lower light, and this is no contest. The iPhone destroyed the Note in this one. You can see the colors look better around my face. It's an overall brighter picture. The Note is smoothing out my skin. It's something typical with Samsung phones, which I really don't like. Here, the iPhone takes the win, hands down. Now a selfie in low light. I mean, I don't know if you would do this, but just in case. Here the iPhone wins again, in my opinion. The colors are better. It looks a little bit sharper. I mean, it's really noisy. You can see the grain around my face, but it's a lot better than the Note. The Note just really smooths my skin a lot, and it just looks really muddy. I really don't like the way this picture looks. Here's another low light shot of some boats from a bridge. Here, I would say the Note 10 is doing better. The photo is overall sharper, that has less noise and grain. On the iPhone it looks good, but if you zoom in you can see that the Note is sharper, has less noise, and the colors and the sharpness of the trees, in my opinion, I think the Note 10 is doing better here. This is another low light shot. For me personally, because I like the punchy colors, the Note 10 is doing better again. If you look at the blue sky, it's not as realistic as the iPhone. In real life, the sky looked more like on the iPhone, but if you want to post it to social media, the colors of the Note look more pleasing to me. And also, if you zoom in, you can see that the Note actually caught some of the words on the digital sign that goes across the building. On the iPhone, you can't see as much. It looks like one long light, but overall, I would choose the Notes photo here. This is a picture of my dinner I had that evening. Here, the iPhone is doing better for me. It's overall better exposed. If you look at the candle in the back and the sauce beside the burger, everything is even. The lighting looks better. Looking at the Note 10's photo, you can see that the candle is blown out. The dip beside my burger is overexposed. The rest of the picture looks nice, but the iPhone is doing better here. I told you I would choose a winner at the end of the video, and for me, I would have to go with the Note 10 Plus. Overall, I feel like the colors and the sharpness and the dynamic range of the Note would just perform better. It's also a personal preference thing, but I personally like the more vibrant colors that the Note produces. The iPhone is really good as well. Shots are very sharp. They're always exposed right with the new HDR. I would say that the iPhone's camera is more consistent, but I got more pleasing shots at the end with the Note from my experience. But on the other hand, if you want a phone with a better video camera, I would go for the iPhone, because the iPhone's video quality was a lot better than the Note's. It was smoother, the lighting, the high dynamic range was better, and across all lenses, it was a very similar quality. From what I tested, the iPhone is hands down the better phone for video. You can't go wrong with either of these phones. The cameras are great. You're gonna have a lot of fun, but I had to choose, and for me personally, I would go with the Note 10. So thanks for watching my video. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you want to get more daily updates about mobile tech news and features, you can follow me on Instagram at Peacock Inside Tech.